everyone, it's me again, and I have a super exciting review for you today. I've been waiting for these to come in for so long, and they finally came in the mail yesterday. I'm going to be reviewing the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipsticks. For those of you who don't know who Jeffree Star is, he was actually one of the original social media celebrities. He got famous on MySpace a number of years ago. I remembered really liking him in high school, and you know, he kind of disappeared for a while. I didn't really hear a whole lot from him. And then maybe about a year and a half ago, all of a sudden he comes out with this clothing line, Beauty Forever, and this cosmetics line with Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So he's basically, I want to say he's like an androgen, gender fluid, cross-dressing kind of. I don't really know how to explain his style, but he does makeup very, very, very well. That was his original passion. That was why he kind of got famous on MySpace, was because of these crazy makeup looks that he did on himself. So the fact that he's coming out with a cosmetics line is kind of awesome, and I was really excited about these. Couldn't wait to try them because, you know, the liquid to matte lipstick trend has been pretty big in the last couple of months. So I'm going to talk about the packaging first, and then we'll kind of get into whether or not these are worth the money. The packaging that it came in, it was in a little shipping box, and it came in these kind of pink, well, bright pink, shiny boxes. Very Jeffree Star design, if I do say so myself. One of these popped open in shipping, and, you know, like, the shade was just kind of hanging halfway out, but the shade didn't get damaged, so that's not a big deal, and honestly, like, it's outside packaging, you end up throwing it away usually anyway. These are sold individually at, I think it's $18 each, but he also, when he releases the shades, he's been releasing them like 2 or 3 shades at a time, and when he releases them, he'll often release a bundle. So I got a bundle of 3 shades to show you today, because, you know, you get a little discount when you buy the bundle, and I was like, why not? I'll get a wide variety of shades to test out for you guys, and I will be doing lip swatches of all of these. At the moment, most of the liquid lipsticks on his website are sold out, if not all of them. Most all of the shades will be back by April, so if you see something that you like, the shades will be coming back. They're all part of the permanent line. None of them are limited edition, which I love because that means I can use them in tutorials and stuff. Let's talk about the packaging of the lipstick itself. The liquid to matte lipstick comes in this kind of tube. It's a lot smaller than I initially thought it would be, but it's fatter too, so it kind of works out, I guess. These have a little pink cap, obviously, and the tube itself is made of glass, which I love. It gives it a very high-end feel, and it gives it durability, which you may not get otherwise. Like, it's got a nice heft to it. And the lid has a little, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. It's got that little click, which I love because I like to feel the container of these things closing, so I know it's sealed in tight. There's if you go into the product itself, there's a little doe foot applicator there. So I'm gonna talk through each of the shades one by one and swatch them on my lips for you live so you can see exactly what the application is like and what they look like. So this first one, I'll start with the nude and work my way down to the darkest shade. This first one is called Celebrity Skin. Now I believe with this shade he was going for the kind of the tawny gray taupey nude that has been so popular lately with Lime Crime's Cashmere Velveteen and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot right now. No lip liner, nothing on my lips, no lip primer, nothing. Got a mirror right here, and I'm just gonna, you know, put it on. Okay, so I can tell you right now the formula of this is really smooth. I like it a lot. You do have to be careful with these though, because when I swatched them on my hand, they were a bitch to remove. I mean, I had to scrub on my hands, but that usually means they're long wearing, so. Now these do take a minute or two to dry down to a matte finish, so you have a little bit of playtime if you didn't get it all the way, you know, the way you want it, or you kind of went outside the lines a little bit. You have a little bit of playtime to kind of correct that, but this is Celebrity Skin. I thought this nude was gonna look good on me, and I was absolutely right. This is awesome. Like, this is my perfect nude. It looks a little bit pinker on me than I've seen it look on other skin tones, but holy cow, like that looks so good. And I feel like it looks really nice even with the makeup I have on right now. It's just this perfect kind of muted, pinky tone with just the right amount of gray. It's not too gray so that it makes you look dead. It's still got some life in it, you know what I mean? But it's not so pink that it's a pink lipstick. It's still a very kind of understated nude color. And I love it with this warm eye. I could really rock this with all kinds of different stuff. Holy cow, this was like surprisingly good. I was really worried about this shade. I was afraid it was not gonna look good on me, but there you go. That is Celebrity Skin. And talking about the formula a little bit, my lips are very, very dry and very prone to chapping. So they're in pretty good shape this morning, but a lot of the time they're like, you know, skin's peeling off of them. They're really, really dry. And I've noticed with liquid to matte lipsticks most of the time, I tend to get patchy. Like the liquid lipstick tends to stick to my dry patches and then just kind of smear everywhere else and just look kind of uneven. And it tends to dry my lips out even more. I can tell you right now, this feels really, really comfortable. And it looks like even up close, I mean, I've got that little divot in the front of my lip there, but that's just a little wrinkle that I've always had in my lip. But yeah, even from all the way up close and personal, like I'm all up in you guys' grill right now, and this looks awesome. Like the finish is amazing. It's dried down pretty consistently now, and it did dry down to a matte finish. It's a touch drying, but nowhere near what I normally get with liquid to matte lipsticks. Like this feels great. It looks awesome. I mean, it makes my lips look really, really smooth and even. It's not, you know, you can't see any dry patches at all. So far, so freaking good. I really like this color. Let's go ahead and do the kiss proof test. There you go. I get a little tiny bit, but I have a feeling that's not from me. I think that's just part that was on the wet part of my lip that didn't dry. So I'm gonna wipe this one off and I'm going to try the next deepest color. Next shade. So far so good. I mean, Celebrity Skin's a total winner for me. Definitely recommend that shade. The next shade in my little bundle here is Redrum. Redrum is red. I mean, first of all, the names of these shades. I mean, can we just talk about that for a second? These names are adorable, they're awesome, and they totally make sense with Jeffree and his brand. So let's go ahead and try Redrum. Nice, bright, vibrant red color. I mean, can we talk about how opaque that is? Other than being the crappiest swatch of my life, this is Redrum. Redrum is a bright, vibrant orangey red. During the application, I only dipped into the product one time. That is all it took for this one. It's very, very, very opaque. Now, naturally, I would normally work a lot more carefully with this color just because it is very bright, very obvious, and any mistakes are going to be glaring. This is Redrum. I mean, this is whoa, I had lipstick on my hand. There you go, check that out. All right, so my lines are a little bit uneven and this is like the worst swatch of my life. But this is Redrum. Redrum is a bright, bright, vibrant orangey red. It is the perfect red if you're going for like a 1950s pinup look. It is making my teeth a little bit yellow on camera, but in person it's not that bad. This one was a little tough to apply just because it is a very bright color. You have to be really, really careful with it and get the right application in order for it to look good. I would probably spend a good amount of time putting this on, really taking my time with it just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. But for the purposes of this lip swatch video, I didn't really mind, you know, goofing a little bit. So let me get all up in your grill here. Worst lip swatch ever, am I right? It is a beautiful, beautiful color. This is particularly going to be very nice on fair skins, but I feel like deep skins can rock it too. And medium skin tones, this is just gonna really pop because the orange quality to it. It's definitely a warmer red. at least on me. I mean, I think it's described on the website as a true blue toned red, but this looks really, really warm on me for some reason. Maybe it's just because of my eye makeup, but a beautiful, beautiful, very bright pinup-y color, great red for summer. Yeah, this is pretty awesome. And it was a little bit more of a bitch to apply than Celebrity Skin, but that's just because of the bright color. So just be careful when you're applying it. So I'm gonna wipe this off and then we'll do the third lip swatch. Okay guys, I'm back. And as for removal of Redrum, it was actually surprisingly easy. It did leave a little bit of streaking if you weren't careful, but normally when I'm removing my makeup, I'm not too worried about that. Third and final color in the particular set that I got is Unicorn Blood. Can we talk about that name? I mean, perfect! Unicorn Blood is this color. This is the one that made me decide that I needed this set. Unicorn Blood is a beautiful brown toned red. It's like a brick red color. So I'm going to apply this one for you. Now I did notice that his doe foot applicators have a little curve to them, if you see that. And I kind of like that. It does hug the lips very, very well. So I'm going to tell you one thing about the shade right off the bat. You are going to need a lip liner, you are going to need a lip brush, or something to get a little bit more precise around the outside, or concealer to correct it. Because this shade is so dark, it is very, very tough to apply. Not necessarily from a formulation standpoint, it's just because it's a dark lipstick, and when you have liquid formulas like this that dry down to a very long lasting finish, you are definitely gonna have to do trim up work around the edges because you will get outside and it's just gonna be messy. Hey guys, sorry about that. My camera died, so I had to switch to another camera, but this is what Unicorn Blood looks like. I will tell you something right now. This thing was a bitch to put on, and it's not anything to do with the formula, it's everything to do with the fact that my hands shake like a freaking crack addict when I'm trying to put this stuff on. And because the color is so dark, with any liquid lipstick that's dark like this, you're gonna need to have a steady hand, take your time. But yes, this is what Unicorn Blood looks like. It is gorgeous. I don't know if it's coming off the same on camera as it does in person, but it is beautiful in person. It's a nice, deep, dark plum burgundy. It pulls very, very purple on the undertone, but it's still very much a red. This is gorgeous. So if you know that your hands tend to shake and you tend to be a little bit clumsy, there are tips for dealing and working with products like this. You can either use a separate lip brush, because sometimes in the kind of tiny, tiny corners of your mouth, doe foot applicators like the ones in these tubes tend to not work as well. They tend to be too big, so you can either use a detail brush, use a lip liner beforehand, correct with concealer after. It's totally manageable, and it comes with the territory of having really, really dark, matte, liquid lip colors. I'm really, really happy with the way this color looks on me. It looks very, very nice. I am going to correct it a little bit, and we're going to do a longevity test. So I am gonna wear this all day. That's why I did my eye makeup. And I'll do the little kiss proof test here real quick. Nothing, dude. Nothing. Like, nothing. Do you see that? There's nothing there. So it definitely passes the kiss proof test so far. So I am going to go get some groceries and start dinner, which is gonna be in the crock pot today. And I will be back in a couple hours to check on you guys. Hey everybody, okay, I'm back here to check in really quickly. I forgot to mention when I filmed the end of the first part of this video, it was noon at the time that I had finished filming that. So I'm gonna take it from there and say that noon was where my longevity test has started, and it is now 3:38. And I'm about to get changed into something a little bit nicer because it is gorgeous outside. It's like 60-something degrees. But I figured I'd check in and let you know how this lipstick is faring. And so far, so good. I mean, it's rubbed off on the corners a little bit, but those are wet spots on my mouth, so I feel like that's where it's probably gonna fade first. I mean, it looks remarkably good still. I mean, I could go out like this. And I have eaten. I had lunch, I had a sandwich and a drink. So I have eaten and consumed liquids with this lipstick on, and it is still on. I mean, I'm really impressed. It feels like nothing at all. I rode my bike to the commissary and everything, so I've been like outside, and yeah, it's still going strong. So I will check back with you guys in a couple more hours. Hey everyone, it's me again here with the final check-in for the evening. I am oily as anything. It is now 9:10 p.m. So we have gone a full, let's see, I started this at noon, so we've gone a full 9 hours, and I'm about to wash my makeup off because we're usually in bed by like 10 or 10:30. I wanted to show you guys that, as you can see, save for a little bit of feathering down here and around the edges, the lipstick is still very much intact, and I have eaten since I've had both lunch and dinner and have yet to have to reapply. So bottom line, these are $18 and they come with 5.6 mils of product. So are these worth the money? I would say absolutely yes they are. I mean, even my longest long-lasting like liquid to matte lipsticks in this format still only last maybe 4 or 5 hours before they need to be reapplied, and they definitely almost always need to be reapplied after I eat. This, I have eaten, I have drank things, I have gone places, I've been outside in the sun, and nothing faded this. It's kiss proof. The only thing that I could see that really kind of breaks down these types of lipsticks is oil. So my advice would be to avoid oily foods when you're eating or when you're wearing these. That, or if you're going to eat something oily, wipe your lipstick off completely, then eat, then put it back on. Or, you know, wait to put it on until you finished eating, because these are the kind of lipsticks that unfortunately don't really touch up too well. You really just have to remove the whole thing and put it back on. It's the nature of long wear lip products, no matter what format you're going with. They're long-lasting, very pigmented, very smooth, very soft on the lips. My lips feel a touch dry, but it's nowhere near what it normally is with other liquid to matte lipstick formulas that I've tried before. This is the end of the video. I'm gonna go wash my makeup off now. But yeah, I love these, and I'm definitely planning on getting more because they're pigmented, they're long-lasting, they just stand up, they're comfortable, the formula is fantastic, and I highly recommend them when they restock in all of the shades in April. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like down there, helps me out a lot. Also, don't forget to watch all of my other videos that are recommended right there, and subscribe to become one of my faithful today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good night!